Greetings, beloveds. Beloveds, there is one universal cause, there is one universal source of all. The energy, the frequency, and the vibration of this consciousness is what has been called God, is what has been called the Father, the Mother. There has been always an attempt to try and define it. There has been a need to try and understand it. When you release the need, when you release the drive to say, I must know something that I believe is external to me. I must understand something that I believe exists outside of me. In that moment of release, it is an act of allowance that leads to surrender, that allows you to understand, that allows you to experience that you are that universal consciousness, that you are the very existence of love. In the embodiment that you chose, you said, let me see what it is going to be a man. Let me see what it's going to be a woman. Let me see what it is going to be to live in New York, to live in Germany, to grow up here, to grow up there. Let me see what it is to be a Xenon. Let me see what it is to be an Arcturian, a Lyran from Sirius, from Betelgeuse. Ooh, let's go visit Polaris. Let's see what it is to be one of the brightest stars in the sky. Let's see what it is to come from Andromeda to galaxies and universes that you have not and will not discover within this consciousness. Let me see what it is to be the opposite of a Christ consciousness. Let me see what it is to be a Christ consciousness. Let me see what it is to live a life as Yeshua ben Joseph. In all of these choices, it has been to be anything other than what it is you were created to be, which is love, the embodiment of love. How many times can we say love before you accept that this is what you are? How many times will it have to be spoken to you that only love is real before you will recognize that it is? How many times will we have to say nothing real can be threatened? If nothing real can be threatened, then what is this device of fear? One moment, beloveds. Sahana Grace is always so ready to be helpful. Beloveds, if nothing real can be threatened, then what are all the perceived threats? What is it that you fear? What is it that you believe that you must hold on to? For those of you who have made the choice to embody another consciousness, there is a surrendering. For those of you who still have an aspect of fear that says, if I surrender my consciousness, what if I never come back? What is the I that you think will not return? All you ever are is a consciousness of love. All you ever are is an embodiment of an aspect of beingness. And yet in that individualized aspect, there is a place where you make accommodations for and you welcome in fear. You say, come and visit my home. Let me believe that there is something that can be threatened. Let me believe that there is something that I must protect. There is something that I must defend. How is that possible? If nothing real can be threatened and nothing unreal exists, what is it that we are all doing? One day we decided that we had had enough peace, that we wanted to see what it would be like to stir up the dust, to try on a different outfit, a different name, a different costume, a different vestment, different hat, different pair of shoes. All that exists, beloved, is the purest essence of love and divinity. And if that is the truth, if that is the postulate upon and the premise upon which all of this conversation exists. Know in your core of your beingness that I abide there with you at every moment, every instance, every aspect of this time-space continuum that is necessary for you to come to this decision, to make this choice and say, from this line of demarcation, from this line in the sand, I choose to know and I choose to remember that only love is real. And it is more than saying it, it is knowing it from the core of your being. Come with me for a moment, beloveds. Close your eyes. Let the duality fade for just an instant. Take that magnificent breath in that is God breathing, as God is. And then with that slow, calm exhale, come into your heart's consciousness and know, I am. Resonate knowing, I am. As you are, I am. As I am, you are. How beautiful is that? What I am is love. And love is your name too. You are the beauty and the grace. You are the divinity and the holiness. You are the very temple of love. And I am with you always. Open your eyes and allow yourself to see a world that is filled with miracles, a world that is filled with love and divinity. And the biggest miracle that exists in your life is you. You are that very miracle. So, beloved brothers and sisters and mothers and fathers and husbands and wives and sons and daughters, know that I exist as you, within all of you, within all of us. And with that knowledge, I say to you, I give you my blessings to remember, to allow yourselves to remember, beloveds. And when you remember, call upon me and we shall celebrate. Choose to remember. Allow yourselves to remember. That is your one purpose. And when you remember, you tell another. And when the two of you grow in that strength of remembrance, you tell a third, and then a fourth, and then a fifth. And then you have created this gorgeous community. And together you all rise in consciousness. It is magnificent. Go with my blessings as you always do, beloved ones. And know that I will speak with you again. Greetings.